Continue to poaching an egg. Poaching an egg is like fairly the most like coveted skill that sometimes separate like a home cook from a trained chef, and it's just because you've done it more times. But if you want to open any modern cookbook, they'll probably have like something with an egg, poached egg or fried egg or something. So learn your way around eggs. They're also cheap. Don't waste them, but poach as many as you want. First of all, we need to check out how fresh it is, okay? We're gonna plunge it into deep water, and if it sinks, it's fresh. That's because inside the egg, there's an air capsule. And then you can see how old it is by how big the air chamber is. And the bigger it is, the more it floats. So if it floats, don't poach it. You can still use it, don't poach it. It's not as fresh. Don't make a meringue with it. Just fry it or scramble it, probably. I would scramble it. So now I know that I have a fresh egg, right? Next step, I'm gonna crack it into another smaller bowl, a smaller recipient. And that's because it's easier for me to crack it here and then plunge it into like hot water to poach it than it is for me to like crack it and like this into the water. And what if I throw a shell, like eggshell in it? There's no reason behind it. So again, I'm gonna crack my egg on a flat surface, not on the edge, because I don't want any bacteria introduced to my egg. Tip to my trash can. I can deal with that later. But now I don't have onions or eggshells and weird stuff that I don't want to deal with right now. We'll deal with them when the time is right. I'm gonna wait for my water to heat up. I'm gonna throw some vinegar in it, very little vinegar. The vinegar helps coagulate the white around the yolk. Then I'm gonna show you how I do it. We're gonna open it, probably gonna eat it. That's gonna be for that. First, I wanted to give you another advice. I've seen a lot of people buying in home improvement stores this like very poshy soap that's made out of metal or aluminum or whatever alliation they use to take odors away. I'm here to tell you that you don't need to spend anything. You already did when you rent an apartment with a sink that's made out of the same stuff, the same material. So it's gonna be weird if someone's watching, but like if you rub your hands against your sink, odors will go away. I don't see the point of like anybody buying. I don't mean to like advertise against it, but you know, spending 20, 30 bucks in like a piece of metal that you already have. So that's it with our tips in the kitchen. I hope that they make you address the kitchen and address your recipes as nothing more than what they are. It's just you're not making a bomb. If it tastes wrong, then it tastes wrong, and then you did something wrong along the way. There's a bunch of small parts done properly, and that's it. I hope this very basic few techniques and tips can guide you into expanding your palette of dishes, your array of assortments that you have around to build for your friends and everything, or even for yourself, and not even in this times of coronavirus and this like quarantine times, just whenever. The few ingredients, the better, the more creative you have to be, and that's what we're all about. And enterprises like Logisticacreativa just focus on being as creative and as efficient as you probably can. The kitchen is an expression of that because you need to be resourceful. And being resourceful means thinking outside the box. Think outside the box when it comes to cooking. The weirdest inventions in the kitchen regarding equipment or technology or even dishes have been for people either making mistakes or thinking like, I'm not gonna do it this way, I'm gonna do it that way. And prove somebody wrong and invent something. Enjoy, always be safe, and let's continue to poach our egg. So here we have it, guys, our setup that I recommend. A towel, just because, you know, we always want to keep it clean. Your egg, ice bath, and water. Not in a hard boil, soft boil, some bubbles coming up to the surface. Some vinegar and salt in the water. I want to create a vortex to create movement that will help trap that white around our yolk. And then against that movement, I'm going to plunge my egg and you can see just how it starts to wrap around it. I'm gonna give it a little bit more movement, just because I don't want it sticking to the bottom. Okay, and all this white that's coming to the surface right now, for sure we can wait a little bit, and then we can take it away. You know, slowly. We can start cutting it. And this is gonna take probably, you know, no more than a few minutes. Okay, calm that water down, and I can start to show you how it's beginning to set, but my white is not completely set yet. So I'm gonna wait probably 1 more minute at this temperature. Very gentle. Very gentle process. Again, not quite yet. After this, if you want to keep them, you can keep them in cold water and then just reheat them in a 50-degree water bath, or you can just use them straight away. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna use it straight away. Okay. I'm gonna give it just 1 rinse in our cold bath. This will help us get rid of any excess white that we don't want flopping around. That's not going to look like this very nice mozzarella ball looking. Our towel for the excess our plate, and then just slowly put it down. There we have it. Looks like a very nice mozzarella ball. You can use all it needs is probably olive oil and black pepper. Now we're ready to open the poaching and let it drip. That's how you know it straight away. Super runny yolk and set white. You can see that we were just a few seconds, a few minutes away from starting to cook the yolk, because here is a bit more gummy. Again, I think that's fine. And that this just deserves a little bit of pepper, olive oil, and for somebody to eat it. So enjoy, guys. This is our technique for poaching eggs. Hey guys, my name is Jose Manuel Izarralde. I'm a young cook from Mexico City. And together with Logisticacreativa, we've paired to do this activation, this set of challenges that would drive us through these uncertain times, these very boring times, these very dull times in our homes with a little bit more creativity, with a little bit more passion. The same passion that we share, that I share with Logisticacreativa, from the kitchen into their realm of creativity, of making things happen, thinking outside the box. That's what we want to encourage you to do. With this sort of techniques and tips you're gonna learn in these videos, with this set, with this gift, with this activation that we're doing, we want you to do more. Okay, we want you to do more with less or with more. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you have all the resources in the world and all the arrays of like a beautiful market next to you, or you're stuck with whatever you have in your cabinet, in your cabinets. Sometimes that's all we have. That's where true creativity comes into play. Think outside the box when we need to be relentless. We always need to deliver. We'll make it happen. We'll get the job done. That's what I think my sort of cooking and Logisticacreativa have in common, is that we get it done no matter what, with a lot of creativity. So stay positive, stay active, stay creative, and stay cooking. Keep on cooking with us, guys.